just thought of? I forgot to say something in the opening announcements. I mentioned Hope's baptism, which is very, very important. But I suspect you all know that this is a special day for another reason. What might that be? Mother's Day. So mothers, my apologies. I hope all homage will be paid to you today. In our episode from the Gospel, Jesus is walking in the temple, which is like the house of God. And some people come up to him and say, "Are you the Messiah? Are you the chosen one?" And Jesus said, "Well, I've told you and you don't believe. And you don't believe because you do not belong to my sheep." Who are Jesus' sheep? Who do you think are Jesus' sheep? When things are going a little bad for you, do you ever turn to Jesus in prayer, maybe, for help? When things are going a little bad? Jesus uses this way of talking about you and me. We are Jesus' sheep. That's not a great image, is it? It's a hard one sometimes to understand. But Jesus promises that his sheep hear his voice. Now, sheep can be, I hate to say this, pretty dumb animals. Okay? They can get into a lot of trouble. They can wander off. But sheep have this uncanny, special ability. They can hear all kinds of noise and cries going on, and yet they can pick out the voice of their shepherd. And do you know which voice they will follow? The voice of their shepherd. They'll follow that voice alone. An imposter? Nope. Somebody who's pretending to be the shepherd? Nope. They know the shepherd's voice. They know the shepherd's voice. And that's why we are very often gathered here. They follow me. Now, that's an interesting picture to me. What do you see there? I know. To follow Jesus in the way of the cross, this fella is really walking through a what? What book do you think it is? Yeah, that's how we use the Bible to hear Jesus' voice. So we follow Jesus by studying and listening to readings from the Bible. That's one way that we hear the shepherd's voice. We also follow Jesus by doing the things Jesus would want us to do. Now, these are some pictures of young people helping other people in need, the hungry, perhaps those that don't have a good home, and those that need food, the hungry. Okay? As you grow up, I hope you'll have opportunity to do that. Because Jesus has told us that's what he wants us to do. And we hear whose voice? Jesus' voice. And what do we do when we hear Jesus' voice? We follow. We follow Jesus. And then very often, every week, you think about gathering here. What do you see in that picture? Yeah, that thing, right. That thing is called the pulpit. And who's speaking from the pulpit there? A person. What kind of person? A pastor. Do you know what the word pastor means? Shepherd. Pastor means shepherd. Now, am I the great shepherd? No. I'm the hired shepherd. I'm here because Jesus wants me to help you hear his voice and follow him. So that's why we gather for talks like this. That's why we gather to hear the word of God, so that we may hear Jesus and follow him. Thank you, boys and girls, for sharing with me today. Bye-bye.